Do you ever feel your heart racing or your mind spinning, seemingly out of nowhere? One minute you're fine, and the next you're overwhelmed by anxiety. What if you could understand exactly what sets those moments off? What if you could learn to manage them before they spiral out of control? In today's video, we're going to break down anxiety triggers and show you how to manage them like a pro. Let's dive into it and take back control of your mind and your peace. 1. What are anxiety triggers? Anxiety triggers are situations, thoughts, or environments that can set off feelings of anxiety. These triggers vary from person to person, but they generally fall into two main categories: external and internal. External triggers. These are events or environments that cause stress, such as public speaking, a hectic workplace, financial troubles, or even watching the news. They're typically outside of your control but can create intense anxiety responses. Internal triggers. These come from within and include things like negative self-talk, worrying about the future, or physical sensations like a racing heart. Internal triggers can be harder to recognize, but they're just as powerful. The key to managing anxiety is understanding what triggers it in the first place. Once you identify your triggers, you can start to develop strategies to prevent or lessen the intensity of your anxiety when those situations arise. 2. Identifying your personal triggers. Everyone's anxiety triggers are different. What makes one person feel anxious may not affect another at all. To manage your anxiety effectively, it's crucial to pinpoint what specifically sets you off. Keep a trigger journal. One of the best ways to figure out your triggers is to keep a journal. Write down when you feel anxious and what was happening before the anxiety started. Were you thinking about something specific? Were you in a certain place or with certain people? Over time, patterns will start to emerge. Pay attention to your body. Your body often gives you physical cues before you even recognize you're anxious. Pay attention to when your heart starts racing, your palms get sweaty, or you feel short of breath. What's happening around you at that moment? Recognizing these physical signs can help you understand your triggers better. Use mindfulness. Practicing mindfulness can help you stay in the present and become more aware of your thoughts and feelings. When you notice yourself feeling anxious, take a moment to breathe and observe what's happening without judgment. This can help you understand the root cause of your anxiety. 3. Managing external triggers. While you may not be able to eliminate external triggers, you can certainly manage how they affect you. Here are a few strategies for dealing with common external triggers. Limit exposure. If certain situations or environments trigger your anxiety, try to limit your exposure to them. For example, if watching the news makes you anxious, consider limiting your news intake to just once a day or choosing less sensationalized sources. Prepare for stressful situations. If public speaking or meetings at work trigger your anxiety, prepare ahead of time. Practice what you're going to say, visualize yourself succeeding, and even rehearse in front of a mirror. The more prepared you are, the less anxiety you'll feel when the moment arrives. Set boundaries. Sometimes other people can be external triggers, whether it's a demanding boss or a toxic relationship. Setting clear boundaries with people who contribute to your stress can significantly reduce anxiety. Learn to say no when necessary, and don't be afraid to distance yourself from situations that drain your energy. 4. Dealing with internal triggers. Internal triggers are more subtle and often harder to manage because they come from within. However, once you identify them, there are effective ways to take back control. Challenge negative thoughts. One of the most common internal triggers is negative self-talk or distorted thinking. For example, you might find yourself thinking, "I'm going to fail," or "everyone is judging me." These thoughts often aren't true, but they can make your anxiety worse. Practice challenging these thoughts by asking yourself, is this thought based on fact? What's the evidence that supports or refutes it? Practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself when anxiety arises. Often, we're our own worst critics, beating ourselves up for feeling anxious in the first place. Practicing self-compassion means talking to yourself the way you would talk to a friend, offering understanding and patience rather than criticism. Use grounding techniques. Grounding techniques can help you stay anchored in the present moment when internal triggers arise. One simple method is the 5 to 4 3 to 2 1 technique, where you identify 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. This brings your attention away from the anxiety and back to the present. 5. Managing panic attacks. For some, anxiety can escalate into a full-blown panic attack. Panic attacks are intense and can feel overwhelming, but they are manageable with the right tools. Recognize the signs. The first step in managing a panic attack is recognizing when it's happening. Symptoms include a racing heart, shortness of breath, dizziness, and feelings of impending doom. Understanding that these symptoms are part of a panic attack and not something more serious like a heart attack can help you stay calm. Breathing exercises. One of the quickest ways to calm down during a panic attack is through deep breathing exercises. Try this. Breathe in slowly for 4 counts, hold your breath for 4 counts, and then exhale slowly for 4 counts. Repeat until you feel your heart rate slowing down and your anxiety decreasing. Accept the feeling. While it might sound counterintuitive, accepting the panic attack rather than fighting it can make it pass more quickly. Acknowledge that you're having a panic attack, remind yourself that it's temporary and that it will pass. The more you resist, the more intense the feelings can become. 6. Long-term anxiety management strategies. Understanding your triggers and managing them in the moment is crucial, but long-term strategies can help reduce overall anxiety and prevent triggers from becoming overwhelming. Exercise regularly. Physical activity is one of the most effective ways to manage anxiety in the long term. Exercise releases endorphins, the body's natural stress relievers, which can help balance your mood and make you more resilient to anxiety triggers. Get enough sleep. Lack of sleep can exacerbate anxiety and make it harder to deal with stress. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night. Try creating a relaxing bedtime routine to help your body wind down and prepare for rest. Practice meditation and relaxation. Meditation, yoga, and other relaxation techniques are proven methods for reducing anxiety. Regular practice helps you stay present, manage stress, and reduces the likelihood of anxiety spiraling out of control when triggers arise. Seek professional support. If anxiety feels unmanageable, it's important to seek professional help. Therapy, especially cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, can provide you with tools to understand and manage your triggers effectively. Medication may also be a helpful option for some, but always consult with a healthcare professional to find the right solution for you. 7. Creating a support system. Managing anxiety doesn't have to be something you do alone. Building a strong support system can help you cope with anxiety triggers and reduce feelings of isolation. Talk to friends or family. Sometimes, simply talking about your anxiety with a trusted friend or family member can make all the difference. They can provide support, offer perspective, and help you feel less alone. Join support groups. There are many online and in-person support groups for people dealing with anxiety. Being part of a community that understands what you're going through can be empowering and provide new strategies for coping. Be open about your needs. If you're comfortable, let others know about your anxiety and what triggers it. This can help them understand your needs and offer support in a way that feels helpful to you. Anxiety triggers can be unpredictable, but with the right tools, you can manage them effectively and take back control of your life. From recognizing external and internal triggers to practicing grounding techniques and long-term strategies like exercise and meditation, there's a wide range of ways to reduce anxiety and create more peace in your life. Remember, managing anxiety is a journey, and you don't have to do it alone. Which of these strategies will you try first? Let me know in the comments below, and let's continue this journey together.